Can you explain the difference between self-consciousness and mindfulness?
No. Self-consciousness is really just more a sense of relating everything to how it's affecting you. It's always relating everything back to you. On a simple level, it's like if it's raining, I'm taking that personally. You know, if I play a note and I don't like that note has some effect on me. It's always about me. Mindfulness has more to do with noticing what's going on and less judgment in terms of I don't like that or I like that. That makes me feel a certain way. It has much more to do with just noticing what you're doing and how you're doing. And also, if you're not even there while you're doing it, that's noticing. You know, you notice you're just playing mindlessly. Like, bloop, 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 right? And self-conscious to me has more like you notice you're playing mindlessly and then you throw in a lot of judgment about it. A lot of like, oh gosh, I'll never, blah, blah, blah. Or you're playing great and you notice that the music is really beautiful and then you relate that all back to self. How is self doing? How am I doing? It's all about me, it's just, to me and the self-consciousness then, what happens is, if that's the bag you're carrying around, produces tremendous amounts of fear and having a lot to gain and a lot to lose when you play.
It also has to do with ego then at that point too,
Well, that's a vaster question.
Okay.
This all has to do with ego. I mean, some people argue the fact of making art has something to do with ego.
Yeah.
But whether that's the main point or not is perhaps the question. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm making something, right? It's a more of a question of, am I just making it or am I making it for you? Do I then want you to like it so that you will like me? That's where it starts to get pretty convoluted. Then if you like me, that gives me ability to control you. Am I trying to give you an experience? I'm not sure. This is a kind of a gray area, but I'm not sure that I'm that interested in having you feel a specific thing. If I write a song and I think it's a very beautiful song that has a nature to it, but you feel something completely opposite to that, that's cool. If I write something that's very loud or intense and you don't go there, that's fine. That's your experience of it. I think self-consciousness has a lot to do with performance of how you're trying to manipulate the audience. Control them so that they are then reinforcing yourself. So it's the height of it's all about me, it's not about you. It's never about you. Even when I'm talking about you, I'm still talking about me. Right? It's all about me, it's not about you. Do you know who I think I am?
Yeah.
And if I was who I thought I was, I wouldn't even be talking to you. The self-consciousness has always to do with it's all about me. And I don't know if we ever escape that, but at least you can realize that's what you're doing. So that's mindful, is then when you realize, yeah, I'm pretty much keeping it about me most of the time. Or as much as possible. That's mindfulness.
Yeah.
Right? That big bag of self around with you, with self written on it. So you're always checking in to see how you're doing. And checking in constantly when you're playing, how am I doing? Then you create the separation from you and the music. So then you're not playing, in a sense. Flip Nunez, a great piano player, somebody asked him, how do I know if I'm playing or not? He said, it's real simple. You either are or you aren't. It's that simple. There's no kind of playing. You either are or you're not. There's no gray area in there, I don't think. The end.